Hello friend, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Kimberly if you're new, and today I have with me my friend Mayte.
Hello.
We're going to be making some raspberry jam. So this morning I went out and collected some raspberries from my garden, but I've been collecting these raspberries over several days and have had them in the freezer until I got enough. Now I use loose pectin. And I've had a hard time finding a good recipe telling me how to use the loose pectin rather than just the pre-packaged, pre-measured pectin. But I've got some numbers today that I'm going to try, and I'm pretty confident it's going to work. So what I have here is 1.5 kilos of raspberries. I used my little kitchen scale to weigh them. I had to add in a little handful of frozen strawberries to go with them to get it up to a nice even number that we're going to work with. But I really want to test this recipe out and make sure it works good. So along with that, I'm going to use 80% by weight of sugar. So I've pre-measured this out. So for the 1.5 kilos or 1,500 grams of raspberries, I've got 1,200 grams of sugar. And then I have 20 grams of pectin per kilo, or in this case, 30 grams of pectin. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add the pectin to the sugar and mix it in well. Do you want to mix that up, okay, Mayte? Try to get rid of any lumps. You can do that with the back of the spoon.
Okay.
I'm also going to be adding a little bit of lemon juice to the raspberries. This is lemons from my lemon trees. I've just juiced them and I keep them in my freezer for when I'm doing a recipe like this. So what I want to do is get this into the pot and get it started heating up. Some of them are still frozen, but they have been thawing on the countertop for a little while. I'm going to add in the lemon juice. And I'm also going to put in just a little bit of butter. This is going to help prevent foaming. So let me get this on the heat. I'm also canning beans today, so you probably hear my pressure canner. I'm bringing it up to pressure now. Okay, that looks good, Mayte. Very good. You want to stir that?
Okay.
Okay. This is the pectin I'm using. I've had a hard time finding pectin here in Ecuador. I have seen that you can buy it in little tiny bottles. So in the past, I brought back with me, when I traveled to the US, I brought in my luggage packages of like Sure-Gel or something. But I found that it's more economical and takes less space in my suitcase just to buy this in bulk. And like I said, I've had a hard time finding recipes that will tell me the amount of pectin to use, like the ratios of pectin to sugar to fruit. So I think I'm onto something now. I think I finally found something. I am pretty confident this will work, but we're going to see how well it sets up. But I would like to find a good recipe where I can just weigh out the amount of fruit that I have and know how much sugar and how much pectin to use. So coming from the United States, I'm used to cups and ounces and pounds, and I'm getting more accustomed to using grams, and it's so much easier to calculate things when you use grams and just your handy dandy little kitchen scale. So I really am excited to see how this is going to work for us. How's that coming along, Mayte?
It's really well right now.
Yeah? So things are heating up, thawing out. My beans are almost up to pressure. I'll have to set a timer for those when we get there. Just keep stirring it and we'll bring that to a boil. How's that looking? Okay, very good. Well, I've got the jars washed, so our goal right now is just to bring this up to a full rolling boil. You're doing fine. You can continue.
Thank you.
So one thing I want to do, I see these few strawberries in here that I added to get the weight right. I'm just going to mash them with the back of the spoon to try to break them down a little bit. There's such a very small percentage of strawberries to raspberries that they won't even be noticed in the final product, especially if we mash them. So there's not like a whole strawberry there. Have you ever made jam before, Mayte? Have you ever made jam before?
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah? What kind of jam have you made?
We do raspberry jam.
Yes?
And we do a strawberry jam.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so delicious.
Yes, it is.
Really good.
And what kind of pie did you make the other day? You were telling me.
Oh yeah. I did a pie of pineapple. Was so delicious.
A pineapple pie. That's
Pineapple.
something I've never made, is a pineapple pie. You're going to have to teach me how you do it.
Yeah, you need to try it in. We can do it.
I have eaten pineapple pie, but I've not made it myself. Yeah.
One day we need to try to do that.
Yes, that would be fun. I'd like to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
So it's starting to boil now. We're almost there to a full rolling boil. Okay, I think that's boiling hard enough.
Okay.
Let me pour in all the sugar. So you want to put in all the sugar and pectin just all at once together. And I find by mixing the pectin in with the sugar, it helps the pectin from getting clumpy. So we're waiting for this to come back up to a full rolling boil. We're almost there, and then we're going to let it cook for 1 minute, and then it'll be time to get it in the jars. How's it looking? So, Mayte, I'm using my timer for the beans. Will you be able to set a timer for 1 minute?
Okay.
Can you get your phone ready?
Okay.
I'm going to keep stirring it and stirring it. Smells really good.
Yeah, it's really good. And it'll be delicious.
Yes. Wow, that smells good.
It's time.
Okay, let's turn it off. Get it off the heat. Actually, can you move that a little closer? Not too close. No. Yeah, right there. Right there. I want it to be close to the towel, but not all the way there because of the pot itself. Okay, I wish you could smell this. This smells so good. Now, I've made lots of jam before, but this is the first time I'm making raspberry jam here in Ecuador. And it's the first time I'm making raspberry jam with my own raspberries here in Ecuador, but I also haven't made any raspberry jam here. So I've got some pretty little jam jars here, and I'm going to quickly get this into the jars. I want to use these cute little ones first. Okay, Mayte, do you want to do this part?
Okay.
You got to be careful though, because it's really hot.
Yeah.
You just got to put the lid and the ring on.
Okay.
Try not to overfill it. Okay. Just remember, they're very hot.
Okay.
I think I got enough jars. We'll see. It goes a lot quicker when you're doing a smaller batch. I usually do bigger batches than this. Okay, now I spilled some jam on the side of this. Let me see if I can clean it off a little. I'll have to wash it better later when it cools. Let's see. Still too hot to handle. Okay. I always try to have more than enough jars. It looks like I did good today. I think I'll have one extra. And we're not even going to fill this one, so that worked out good.
Yeah.
Let's just put a plastic lid on this one. I'm going to get it from the drawer.
Okay.
So at this point, you could water bath can these so that they would seal and be shelf stable. And many people do that. I don't. And the reason I don't is because we usually give some of our jam away, and we also have an overflow refrigerator in our garage where we can store jam. What I find is a lot of times my jars seal anyway just from the heat of the jam, and sometimes I'll invert them too, and they do seal, but I don't depend on that seal. I keep them in the refrigerator and we just go through it. So I'm not worried about having this be shelf stable. But that was fun.
Yeah.
That was pretty
really
quick. It went really quick with your help. You were able to stand there and stir the jam while I was getting the jars, and you put the lids on for me.
This
was really
will
good.
be really good. Thank you for inviting me, and
Yeah.
I'm really happy to be here. And thank you so much, and
Yeah.
jam will be delicious.
We'll have to try it when it cools down a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
hopefully that recipe, those ratios of sugar to fruit to pectin is going to work out for us. So I'll let you know. It's
fresh.
homemade, made with love. So
Yeah.
I'll let you see how it turns out, and we'll try some. So it's been a few hours. I've kept this partial jar in the freezer to see if it would cool quickly and we could tell if it's set up. And it does seem to be gelling. It's not completely gelled, but I know from experience that after they sit for a day or two, they'll get it fully gelled. So Mayte and I are going to give this a little taste. I've got my second batch of beans canning for the day. Sorry for the noise.
Sorry.
Okay. Some for you.
Okay.
I think I got strawberry.
I wait for you, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Really nice. I like it. Delicious.
It is delicious. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful. So beautiful in the jars.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Really good. I like the color too. Really nice.
Yeah. Well, thank you for helping me today with making jam.
No, thank you to invite me. It's really nice to
Really
be here.
good.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you want to see more of my videos, you can find them on my channel, Alaskans in the Andes, and I'll pop some of them here for you. Bye, friend.
Subscribe for the channel.
It's been 2 days now, and it's time to see how this jam turned out, if I'm happy with the consistency. It does have a bit of a seal to the lid, though that's not really important to me since I plan to keep it in the refrigerator. But the consistency is a little looser than what I would prefer. I'm going for a firmer jam. So the next time I use this recipe, I'm going to increase the pectin to 30 grams per kilo instead of 20.